right. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and watching this recording. My name is Cassie Johannes, and I'm here with Kim and Tracy. And we are three of thousands and thousands of people all over the world that have partnered and joined this healthy living revolution to really all been introduced to these amazing plant powders and just really want to share our stories and what it's done for us. And this is what we do. We just network with people and share our stories. So thank you again so much for taking the time to watch this recording. I am going to go ahead and start with my story. So I was a D1 collegiate athlete, and I played on the U.S. women's national team for women's soccer. So physically, I was in really good shape. But health-wise, I was struggling big time. I had allergies and asthma and chronic migraines, IBS issues. I had red flags for lupus. I was struggling and I was a mess. So, and at the time, the only thing that was told to me was to take medicine after medicine after medicine. And it was just really just, I'm sorry, but this is the rest of your life. These are the cards that you've been dealt, and you just need to deal with them. And along the way, we'll just keep giving you medicine. And so, when I was introduced to the idea of flooding my body with over 45 plants, every single day, I was intrigued, but to be honest, I was a little skeptical because I was like, how could something so simple really be that beneficial or be that effective with anything? And so, but again, thankfully, I was intrigued enough. I got on a call like this. I heard people's stories. I got the facts. I listened to the research, and I was blown away, to be honest. And a light bulb really went off in my head, and I realized that I was not even giving my body a chance. I was not giving it a chance to perform optimally. And that was because I was not nutritionally sound. I was not doing the things that I needed to do nutrition wise. I had a very beige diet and was not focusing on plants at all. And so, the light bulb really went off, and I saw this as a simple solution to get me started in the right direction. And so I got started on the plant powders right away. And today I'm able to be 100% medication free. I no longer have asthma. I no longer have allergies. My digestive issues are all cleared up, and I feel better now as a mom of two than I did when I was a D1 collegiate athlete. So to say that I am a fan of these is an understatement. They have completely changed my life, and I have two children now who are 6 and 5, and they have fortunately had this in their system since day one when they were in my belly, and have never been on antibiotics. And they're just two healthy, thriving kids that aren't having to go through the struggle that I went through growing up. So, I love being able to share my story and shed some light on the correlation between nutrition and health. And it's super fun. So, Kim, why don't you go ahead and share your story with us?
Okay, thanks, Cassie. That's awesome. So for me, I have always lived a pretty healthy and active lifestyle as well. I did personal training through college. I taught group fitness classes for years and years between military moves around the world and having babies. So I've always sort of had this radar out, for health trends and easy ways to stay healthy and fit. And then I became a mother, and I wanted to raise healthy children, and that's a hard thing to do. I think anyone who is a parent knows how difficult it can be when you have busy schedules and picky eaters and activities pulling you here and there. It can be a challenge getting a good, healthy meal every single day. So when Tracy introduced me to this idea of plant powders in a capsule and in a gummy form, I was immediately intrigued. And so I did a little bit of research on the products and the company, and everything that I read, I loved. And I wasn't going to have to do anything crazy. I wasn't going to have to puree all of this food and hide it here and there so that my kids would eat it. Just going to be an easy thing to do. So I signed this up right away. I started juicing, so to speak. And I really didn't have any expectation. I didn't expect to see or feel a difference at all. I just knew that getting this kind of nutrition into our bodies every single day could only benefit us. But of course, I was pleasantly surprised after about 4 or 5 months. My daughter, who has suffered from eczema and seasonal allergies, environmental allergies since she was a baby, she was able to go off of her allergy meds. And that, for me, that's pretty priceless. And to this day, I'm still surprised. I had a dentist appointment a few weeks ago, and all of my numbers, when they're doing the dental check, every single number went down. So my gum health is better. And my husband had his yearly physical, and his blood work came back, and every single one of his numbers was lower than the year prior. So, for those reasons, I know that we will be doing this for life, and we will eat this every single day.
That's awesome. I love that. The blood doesn't lie, that's for sure. So I'm Tracy, and I just wanted to share my story a little bit. So I kind of am the same as Kim. I'm a personal trainer, and I taught group fitness for about 8 years now. And, as health fitness professionals, we know how to eat right. We tell our clients that every single day, but like Kim said, the reality of that really happening is hard. It's really hard, even though we know what to do. And I've also got a couple of picky kids. I have 4 children, and 2 of them are teenagers right now. And even when they were little, like Kim said, I was trying to hide it in their food. I was blending it up, and I was just trying any way I could to get lots of fruits and vegetables in their bodies. And I was failing, and I was failing really good. And we were just really busy and always running from the gym and their activities and, eating out a lot. And so I had a lot of mom guilt. I didn't know what to do to make that change. I also have suffered with hypothyroidism for 23 years. And about 5 years ago, we went through a big emotional crisis with our family, and my health really suffered during this time because I was under a tremendous amount of stress. And my thyroid started acting up. I was having to see my doctor every couple of months, and he had to keep increasing my medication every time I went to see him. And we just couldn't get it under control. And I just didn't know what to do. I mean, take more medication. That was the answer. No one ever mentioned nutrition at all. So when I was introduced to these plant powders, I was excited because I thought, oh my gosh, my kids, yay, I finally have an answer for my kids, and that's really all I thought, was that my kids were going to get this amazing nutrition. But I was pleasantly surprised when, after being on it for about 4 months, I went back to my endocrinologist, and he ran my labs, and my thyroid was normal. And you guys, that hadn't happened in quite a few years. And since that time, I've been able to lower my medication. My levels have stayed normal. There's not this bouncing up and down. And so right there for me, I was sold. But the icing on the cake, when my husband came home from his TDY assignment, he got on the product, and he'd been suffering from insomnia for years, and that, cleared up. And my kids, our family, are big sugar addicts. We always had ice cream in the freezer, like loads of it. We'd have it every night. And I started to notice after a period of time, I'm like, there's still ice cream sitting there, like no one's asking for it. And they just stopped. Like, not that we don't ever have sugar, but now it's few and far between. It's not a nightly occurrence. So it's really just been the best decision that I've ever made, and something that I will be on forever.
Yep, absolutely. I love hearing these stories, and this is why we do what we do. So as you can see, we all come from different backgrounds and have different reasons that led us to introducing these plant produce into our diets. Whether you're like Kim, who, just got it right away and just gets it, or if you were like me, who just really was struggling and needed something, or if you're like my friend who eats McDonald's every single day, no matter where you are in the spectrum, we can all benefit from more fruits and vegetables and more of a variety. And this is just such a simple way. So when we got started and started, the one simple change towards better health, we recognized that a lot of other people are like us and struggle as well, and are looking for that simple thing to add into their health regimen as well. And so it just organically and naturally comes out, and being able to talk to people about this. So that is what we do, and why we're a part of this revolution of health. So Kim, why don't you share a little bit about why you decided to specifically join this company?
So initially, I just decided to join it because I knew that we were going to be eating it forever. And I had talked to a couple, you know, I was getting my sister on it, I was getting my mom on it, and I wanted to start paying for part of my product, you know, and I had no intention of pursuing this as a business. But the environment that this business has is crazy amazing. Once you get a little taste of it, you want to be a part of it. It's so motivating. And I've never been a big income earner in our household. And this kind of showed me that I might have that opportunity and help people along the way. I mean, it just kind of made sense. And so just being a part of the calls that we are, and being a part of the bigger mission that the company is, and changing lives and helping people just make one simple step towards better health. I just couldn't say no.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think you nailed it with that, and saying, you know, our paychecks are a direct reflection of people taking the steps to getting healthier, which is a really cool thing to be able to do. There's a lot of businesses, a lot of franchises, a lot of different things that people can do and get involved in to have an income, because we all need money. And this is just such a phenomenal opportunity to be able to pair it with taking charge of our own health and sharing that gift of health with other people, and really paying it forward. You know, it is hard for all of us to not share when you're feeling this good and you have this good experience, or you know that something like this exists out there. It's hard not to share it with other moms that want to provide healthy nutrition for their kids, or, you know, whoever it may be. So thank you for letting us share something that we are so passionate about. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And whoever shares it with you, whether it's Kim or anybody else, reach out to them, talk to them, ask them the questions, and see where the fit is best for you, whether it's getting started to adding these plant produce into your diet every single day, or locking arms and joining our mission. We are here to support you however we can. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.